Hello, party people. So, I think we might all be fucked.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? There's some real pretty shit now, man. You finished? Man.
Okay. So from the New York Post, because why the fuck not, right? A possibly hostile alien threat has been detected in. Possibly hostile alien threat detected in unknown interstellar object. A shocking new study claims. Sure, why not, right? A mysterious intergalactic object could potentially be a hostile alien spacecraft that's slated to attack our planet in November, according to a controversial new study by a small group of scientists. I would suggest that this small group of scientists studying the issue may in fact be wearing coats that cause them to hug themselves and drinking something similar to a red fluid where the mascot smashes through walls. This is absolutely insane. A quote from researchers who wrote the inflammatory paper. The consequences, should the hypothesis turn out to be correct, could potentially be dire for humanity. The paper was published on the 16th to the preprint server ARCS. I guess that's meant to be pronounced archive. Southwest News Service reported. Comet 3I/Atlas streaks across the dense star field in this image captured by the Gemini North Telescope's Gemini Multi-Object Spectrograph earlier this month. Yes. This rainbow bright friendship bracelet looking motherfucker is supposed to kill us all. Dubbed 3I Atlas, the interstellar entity was discovered on July 1st, rocketing toward the sun at more than 130,000 miles per hour. In other words, dawdling along in the relative scheme of things on an astronomical scale. Live Science reported. Less than 24 hours later, it was confirmed to be an interstellar object with initial observations suggesting that it could be a comet that measures up to 15 miles in diameter. Larger than Manhattan. Could it land on Manhattan? That would solve a few problems. However, in the new paper, the trio of researchers, 3 of them, and they're all doing this. Oh, we love ourselves. Actually, it's more like this. But anyway. However, in the new paper, the trio of researchers suggested that it might be a piece of extraterrestrial spy technology in disguise. Did it come from fucking Russia? It's the ancient Russian aliens who sent it out to... Fuck if I know. This is retarded. One of the researchers, Avi Loeb, a prominent Harvard astrophysicist... Yeah, Harvard hasn't had a bad fall of reputation lately, has it? Excuse me. Known for linking extraterrestrial objects to alien life. In other words, he likes to pretend the aliens are flinging poo at us. Previously made waves after floating the theory that 2017 interstellar object... I haven't pronounced this in a while. Oumuamua could be an artificial recon probe sent by an alien civilization based on its odd shape and acceleration. Isn't it interesting how when things that are coming from interstellar space accelerate when they hit the gravity well? You fucking idiot astronomer. But everybody be terrified, please. In this study, which he collaborated on with Adam Hibbard and Adam Crowell, he likes guys named Adam apparently, of the Initiative for Interstellar Studies in London, yes, because everything that comes out of London is obviously trustworthy these days, Loeb postulated that 3I Atlas's trajectory suggests a similarly alien origin. Is he suggesting it came from the same slingshot? The trio felt the object's speed, which was significantly faster than Oumuamua and other objects, and the fact that it entered our solar system from a different angle than its predecessors offer various benefits to an extraterrestrial intelligence, Loeb wrote in a blog post. What the fuck, do you think they're firing warning shots at us? Come to think of it, some of the stuff we have transmitted since radio became a thing. The consequences should... Oh, yeah, I'm not reading that again. One benefit is that 3I Atlas will make close approaches to Jupiter, Mars, and Venus, which could allow aliens to stealthily plant spy gadgets there. Oh, my fucking Christ. Okay, we need to start looking at scientists and going, if you fuckers don't start being serious, we're going to start cutting your fucking funding. When the so-called undercover UFO reaches its closest to the sun, the perihelion, in late November, it will be concealed from Earth's view, so the aliens can hide and, I don't know, change the batteries in the pigeons or something. Excuse me. This could be intentional to avoid detailed observations from Earth-based telescopes when the object is brightest, or when gadgets are sent to Earth from that hidden vantage point. Yes, because we can't detect things the size of a golf ball in orbit, let alone, anything bigger being sent from further out into our atmosphere. Fuck off. If this anomaly is a technological artifact, this could support the dark forest hypothesis, which argues we haven't found signs of extraterrestrial entities because they are remaining undercover to shield themselves from predators or prey. Sure. Loeb warns that this could suggest that an attack is likely and would, quote, possibly require defensive measures to be undertaken. Good fucking luck. Also, I would like to remind any potential alien overlords out there, we have Appalachians, and they'll find out if you're good in stew. HFY, motherfucker. Oh god. The problem is that 3i Atlas is traveling too fast for an Earth-based spacecraft to intercept it before it exits the solar system. We should have been ready for it before it got into the solar system, shouldn't we? Quote, it is therefore impractical for Earthlings to land on 3i Atlas at closest approach by boarding chemical rockets, since our best rockets reach at most a third of that speed. How does a dragonfly catch its prey? However, other scientists have thrown cold water on the so-called alien origins of the object, which they believe is a comet. Why would other scientists even treat this seriously enough that it deserved a response? That's why. A quote from Samantha Lawler, an astronomer at the University of Regina in Canada, who studies solar system dynamics. Okay, well, fair enough. Quote, all evidence points to this being an ordinary comet that was ejected from another solar system, just as countless billions of comets have been ejected from our own solar system. So, the great bouncer in the sky threw them out. In fact, even Loeb admitted in his blog that his alien spy probe theory is a bit far-fetched. A bit far-fetched. Listen, you frigging nutter. It's not far-fetched, it's hallucinatory. By far, the most likely outcome will be that 3i Atlas is a completely natural interstellar object, probably a comet. That sounds like somebody's trying to suck up to the future alien overlord before they get here. I no longer trust this man. The researchers also warned the public to take the paper, which has not yet been peer-reviewed, no shit, with a grain of salt. A grain of salt. Get a spoonful, you frigging morons. Quote, this paper is contingent on a remarkable, but, as we shall show, testable hypothesis, to which the authors do not necessarily ascribe, yet is certainly worthy of an analysis and a report. No, it isn't, you frigging twits. The hypothesis is an interesting exercise in its own right and is fun to pursue, irrespective of its likely validity. Yes, that's what we want, research funding going into, is making sure that the scientists are having some fun. However, critics have called their project a mockery of the work of other scientists, who have provided plenty of evidence that 3i Atlas is not evidence of a pending close encounter. That would be close encounter of an alien sort. Quote, from Chris Lintott, an astronomer at the University of Oxford, who might actually have some sense, astronomers all around the world have been thrilled at the arrival of 3i Atlas, collaborating to use advanced telescopes to learn about this visitor. Excuse me. Any suggestion that it's artificial is nonsense on stilts, and is an insult to the exciting work going on to understand this object. No frigging doubt. So yeah, I for one welcome the opportunity to try alien meat in a stew, and we'll see if you're better teriyaki or sweet and sour. Good gods. I'm sorry, I'm a massive fan of the Humanity Fuck Yeah Reddit threads and various story groups and stuff. So yeah, no. I'm not the slightest bit concerned that aliens might be attempting to hide their predatory nature from us by, hiding in the celestial shadows of some other object in the solar system. Oh, dear God, I can't believe I'm being serious about this at all. Okay. Thanks for watching, Party people. I hope you're doing well. I hope you continue to do well. And as always, rise and rise again until lambs become lions. See you next time. Hello, Party people. So, you've probably just finished watching one of my videos, and I appreciate your time. That said, if you're watching on YouTube, because they've changed the way they evaluate their views, I need to ask a favor. You need to commit some form of engagement in order for me to have it count as a view, because for some reason YouTube no longer thinks watching something counts as a view. They need some form of engagement to prove you actually watched it. So like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Any of those things would be appreciated. Other than that, if you want to support me, and this would help me with endeavors across all the platforms I do my content creation on, you can look at Ko-Fi, which is right there in the ticker right at the moment, or you can go over to my Redbubble and pick up some merchandise there. The designs that have been flashing on screen for a while are examples of the designs that I have. You can pick these up on a variety of different products, and yeah, I'll probably end up leaving them up. Though, from time to time, I will put up something that will be time limited. Some of the designs, the Walrus King especially, for example, I intend to leave up all the time because I just love that, and my Ardent Plays logo is for my other Rumble channel. Other than that, I hope you're doing well. I hope you continue to do well. And as always, rise and rise again until lions become lions. Bye-bye.